Okay, I think we're live. Oh,
Yeah,
hey, hi Travis, how are you?
doing well. How you doing, Tracy?
I'm excellent. So this is my first time using this StreamYard, and so I don't know. I thought we'll just see what happens. If people comment, I think you have to do something. There's a link in the comment feed that it lets StreamYard post your comments so we can see them. Um, so something like that, and then of course it's being recorded, so it'll be playing after that.
Gotcha.
And so, how is your day?
Doing well, going well.
Good,
Yes.
good, good.
I tell you, it's where I am here in Franklin, Virginia. It seems like it's a spring day. I
Oh,
think it's like almost 75,
oh,
77 degrees. Oh my God. That's why I have my short sleeve on and everything and a summer cap and everything like that.
oh,
So
that's cool.
yeah, it's
We're
been like that for the past about 3 days.
Wow, we had a good weekend here in the Seattle area, and now we're doing a week of rain. So
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah. So it's our normal winter. So the good part is, I can kind of tell people are watching. I'm seeing some likes and stuff like that. But if you want
Great.
to comment, we'll get started soon. If you want to comment, I think there's a link in the comment at the top that lets StreamYard comment for you. And I think that's when we can see if you have a question for me or Travis. That's how we would see it. So um, again, so Travis, I want to thank you for being here. This is one of my first afternoon lives. Some of you that have been following me know I usually do a 7 p.m., but I'm going to start doing an afternoon live as well, which will probably move to Fridays. But Travis, you're my first guest on afternoon
Okay.
version. I'm very excited.
Awesome.
Yeah, for
Awesome.
your personal journey with food.
Yeah.
And the reason I wanted to have you on, I'm going to read your bio here shortly, but the reason I knew that I needed to have you on this broadcast is that you're going to be talking about mindset. And mindset was so important for me to succeed in my relationship with food, my relationship with myself, my relationship with my body, and re-educating my mindset for that. And when you and I met briefly, and we had a talk together, a couple of weeks ago, I
Right.
knew that you had something just so important that you could help my followers with. So everyone watching, I'm going to introduce you to Travis and why I think you need to. Well, I know you need to listen to him. So Travis, he is founder of Coach P and the director of Camp Community College Upward Bound. So Coach P LLC is an organization whose mission is to inspire, influence, and instruct people to locate their potential and be positive, process-oriented, and purposeful. With the company, Travis is within his company. He is a John Maxwell Team certified coach who I've followed. John Maxwell for years and years. He's a coach, a speaker, and a leadership trainer. And he also facilitates a basketball referee college at basketball, a referee college, and started the Game Changer program for adults and youth who are serious about changing the game within their life, family, and community. Upward Bound is a program which is dedicated to assisting high school students who would be among the first generation of their family to graduate from high school, enroll in college, and then graduate from college. And I know we have 30 minutes together, but I would love to have you talk about that program
Absolutely.
because that also just, I know that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to go to college had someone not had a program or saw something in me that would offer me that opportunity. So when I saw that you were helping students that would not normally be able to go, that's another reason I just wanted to talk with you. So I want to turn this a little bit over to you to talk through those things. I'm all ears. So
Right.
you
Right.
have the feed.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, first of all, thank you very much, Tracy. I am very happy that we were able to connect through Suzanne Evans with the Take the Stage challenge and
Yeah.
stage a conference that she has coming up virtual and everything like that. So I was happy that we were able to connect. And like you said, a couple of weeks ago, we talked and we have a lot in common as far as mindset and the things that we want to do to be able to help the masses and
Mhm.
everything. But I am a husband, a father of two, a son, a brother, an uncle, and a friend to many. I'm a graduate of Southampton High School, located in Cortland, Virginia. I am a graduate of Howard University and a graduate of Cambridge College. Um, and I tell you, I'm a digging in the church, so I am a man of faith. As you said, my full time job that puts milk in the refrigerator for right now is Camp Community College Upward Bound program. And then Coach P LLC was birthed in 2017. And it was, and later on, I possibly get into how and why that Coach P was birthed. But I am a person that is very, very passionate about helping people, but really the youth. Something about seeing the youth go above and beyond and do great things just brings chills to my spine, I tell you. So that's how I know that I'm really passionate about uh, getting them to and helping them to do some great things.
Yeah, and I think, as youth, we can, um, like for me, we may not see in ourselves what someone else can see, and we just need that added, just lifting or support, or um, and and I just know that program is so needed in the world today, and it just excites me that you're doing that. Yeah, it's just
I'm blessed to have that
yeah,
position.
just incredible. Hmm.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah.
So yeah, so I know you'd mentioned about passion and finding passion for what you do. I know for me, I found my passion, and once I found that, there was no stopping me.
Right.
Um, and there was a journey though to find it.
True.
And yeah, and so how did you find your passion to do what you're doing now?
Well, I tell you, I thought when I graduated from high school that anything that would produce money or those jobs or careers that produce dollars, that that would be my passion. And it was founded just on money,
Mhm.
high paying jobs that can make money. And I was naive to that. So when I left small town Branchville, Virginia, to head to Washington, D.C. in 1985, when I graduated high school to go to D.C. and attend Howard University, on my mind, I wanted to go and become a medical doctor. And
Mhm.
it wasn't because I wanted to, you know, find the cure for diseases or help necessarily help people. It was the main thing of doctors made a lot of money and I wanted to make money. So what happened, I went to Howard. I majored in chemistry because I'm gifted in math and I love math. But what happened, my second semester of my sophomore year, I found out that you have to have passion in order to attain or accomplish anything that you need to accomplish. And I needed to get that chemistry degree first, but I hit zoology and organic chemistry. And I believe, and it wasn't easy for me, but I believe that had I had a true passion for being a medical doctor, rather than just a passion for a job that would make money, I would have found a way to get through organic chemistry and zoology. But because that passion wasn't there, I was not able to get through it. So, thus, after 2 years, my first 2 years there and going through chemistry, I changed my major. But that's when I start asking myself, Travis, you need to go after what you're passionate. What are you passionate about? And I was really passionate about anything business oriented. That really got me going. But I was so involved, or I had done 2 years worth of chemistry and sciences and everything in the liberal arts. So what I did, I changed my major still under the umbrella of liberal arts, but something that was as close to business as possible. And the closest thing that I could find was economics. But it was close enough. So that rest of those 2 years, those last 2 years, I made nothing but a bunch of A's and B's because I had found a new passion for what I was doing, and then graduated, successfully, and had a great rest of the other 2 years. And I've been able to transfer that passion and use it as an experience that the high school students that I work with, I talk to them about that. And I tell them, I say, look, if you're going to do this education thing, you have to have a passion for whatever it is that you want to get educated in, because there's going to come either a class, a professor, a project, something is going, a paper is something's going to come up where it's going to test whether you got passion or not. And if you don't have that passion, you're going to give up. But if you have that passion, you're going to kick down the door. That's the power of passion.
I love that. And it's making that decision to have the passion. And then I can just say in retrospect to my own thoughts is just that you're rooted, and stuff's going to bend you and push you and all this, but you're rooted in that decision, that passion. And I wonder too, that it's okay to go find that passion. Sometimes we're put into such a box, and we are told, or whatever it might be, that, others' opinion or whatever dictate that. And I believe that you'd feel it in your gut.
Absolutely.
You know it, that like I can be anxious about something or high anxiety, but if I'm passionate about it, I know it's just something I got to push through because I need to learn. That's different. But sometimes there's that gut instinct that's just like, you're in the wrong place. You're not listening to your inner self. And, so trusting that step to find that passion and move forward with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And kind of that gut feeling like you're talking about, that's how I realized that when I got the position in helping students through Upward Bound, I knew that was a passion when I did not look forward to Fridays. I look forward to Mondays.
Yeah.
Because on Monday, I have 5 more weeks to really work with those kids, plan, and to help them become great. Friday was kind of like a work week, and it was kind of like, man, I won't have contact with them or either can really do anything with them for another 2 days.
Yeah.
So when you have something go on like that, and that feeling like that you were looking forward to Monday, you're in your passion.
Yes.
You're really passionate.
You can't, I experience that with what I do now too. I can't wait to go to bed because I can't wait. I get to wake up in the morning, and I am blessed to be working my passion. And I know that could be a whole different conversation we should have on another show, was getting from being stuck and realizing your ladder's pressed against the wrong building or the wrong career. What do you do, and how do you manage that? And so that's something we should write down for another episode when we get to do this together. But so today, what would you say is the biggest message you want people to hear? What if you could stand on top of the tallest building on the planet and had a big microphone and everyone could hear it, what would that be?
Oh man, I would stand at the mountaintop and just holler and hope people would hear me and feel me when I say, stop being average. Stop being average. So many of us have greatness within us, and great potential and great things and a lot
Mhm.
to offer, but we are missing out on serving and helping not only people but ourselves because of being average. And so that's the main message that I really love talking to individuals, to groups, to organizations, to young people, to old people, that just stop being average and not and stop. Um, it's kind of like I have a niece that she's 4 years old and she's still sucking on a pacifier. And
Yeah.
she knows that me and my wife are always on her about getting rid of that pacifier. So every time she sees us and we catch her with it in her mouth, she snatches it out of her mouth and said, "No more pacifier, no more pacifier." Well, I make that synonymous that I want people to kind of, when they see me, it's kind of like in their brain, they say, "No more average, no more average. I can't be average around that guy." So I just wish that we would stop being average, stop doing average, stop speaking average, stop thinking average. We need to be, do, speak, and think greatness. And in everything we do, we need to try to do it with greatness in mind. I don't care if it's mopping the floor. We want to
Yes.
make sure that it is to the greatest thing. And when you get in the habit of doing things great, then it becomes second nature, and people will observe that guy is going to do some things great.
Well, and you bring up mopping the floor. So we think about being about, great. And we think we can make a definition of that that's so massive that
Right.
our brains can shut down and it's just
Mhm.
too much. But by being great and phenomenal in how you live every day in the small things, mopping the floor, um, choosing the food that you eat,
Yes.
what you're going to put in your body, what are you going to read, what are you going to put in your mind, and what again for me it's am I going to be average and just sit on the couch all day, or am I going to just take a few minutes to push myself a little bit and move my body and allow it to do that, and and yeah, I think we as humans can think that we make the picture so big that we don't feel like we can possibly do it, but it's all about those tiny little things,
Absolutely.
and they stack on each other, and they
Absolutely.
stack on each other, and you get stronger and stronger, and then all of a sudden your prior great and phenomenal is now your new average. It's
Exactly.
you step that up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so if I tell anything to anybody is just pick some things that
Yes.
you can just do a little bit better at. What can I do just a little bit and start growing those muscles of
Right.
mindset? I love that.
That
You know,
muscle memory. I tell you, one of the things that I did with my Upward Bound students when I got the job in 2009, I one of the main things goals that I wanted to make was to make sure that the students I work with made sure that they made nothing but A's and B's. So what I had to do, I had to change their mindset. And I asked them, I said, "How do you all feel about making a C?" And they said, "Well, I don't want to make a C, but if I get a C, it's okay." And I told them, and I constantly told them, I said, a C is average, and we're not even going to talk about a D or a F because I tell them, if you're going to make a D, you might as well make a F because a D and a F are brothers and sisters, and a C is a close cousin. So, and I tell them, no, we cannot. C is average, and you're settling for average. And just telling these young folk this over time, I tell you, if you were to be able to talk to any of the 45 students that I work with right now and ask them, how do you all feel about a C? They will tell you, I hate them. I can't make them. So that is
so
getting them out of that average mindset.
so with that, and getting them out of the average mindset in a positive way, not that One thing I notice with my clients is they can feel, we don't want to judge people. It's not that. It's not about, you know, looking at maybe where you are today and being, and make, I always want to flag it. It says like you're taking this whip out and you're beating yourself up. But how can you learn like how you got where you were and then decide to say, okay, this is where we're at. We're good with it, but we know we can do so much better. And we just need to give ourselves that opportunity,
Yeah.
and honestly on that, on that path to stepping to a different level of care for ourselves, mindset, whatever it is, career, we're going to fall. We're going to have, like you said in the beginning, we're going to have things come up,
Yes.
but we know we're passionate about the decision that we've made, and we're going to learn how to do it. And so working with these kids, I can only imagine, you're saying, you're going to learn how to do this and you can do it. And you may stumble, but that's okay. You're going to learn. And I'm like, gosh, and it's just inspiring to me again. We can let people know that it might not be even that hard. Like they may think it's so difficult, but getting the connection in there to fire off in your mind. And so my question to you then, is you want people to know, let's get above average. Let's move to excellence, do that. But how do you do that? I mean, how are you helping people to learn that they are capable of that? And how do you do that?
Right. Well, first of all, I know that in order for you can't get greatness out of something that doesn't have any greatness in it. So, and in order to be great, I truly believe that you have to grow to greatness. So, therefore, I am constantly putting personal growth into my mind and being in the personal growth environment. So, I'm constantly trying to make myself better in the conversations I have with the different type of people that I'm surrounding, different conferences I'm doing, and the different opportunities to be able to gather information so that I can grow. And also reflecting back on experiences and circumstances that I'm in and pulling out that I call it nutrition out of those experiences, which that nutrition is growth out of those experiences so that I can use it to be able to serve others. So I'm constantly putting into me so that when it comes time to spray out growth, I have something that I can spray out of that bottle. So first I do look from within, and I know I constantly have to fill myself with growth. And then, so what I'm doing, I became certified John Maxwell speaker, trainer, and coach because I want to be equipped with the information and the tools and the products and services to be able to help people to grow to greatness. So I've become a certified speaker, and I do masterminds with groups of masterminds. With his products because he has awesome personal growth and leadership training information.
And he has a Minute with Maxwell email he sends out every day. And it's such, if you don't know who John Maxwell is, you should look him up.
Yes, absolutely.
Those that take his, and I say, I have not taken his course, but I know how good that course is. And the fact that you have taken it, I know the stuff I've learned through John Maxwell that, it's not an easy course, and you have a lot of growth that you go through to be able to be a trainer with him. And so, yeah.
And consistent growth, that they have a platform where we can constantly get information and new information from. Right now, I have 2 mastermind groups that we are going over the 15 invaluable laws of growth. So I do mastermind groups. I also, with the students as well as adults, there's a leadership game where for 2 hours, I facilitate groups of people, like-minded people or organizations or businesses to be able to sit down and start communicating some of these growth principles and strategies but it's in a fun way. So I do masterminds. I do the leadership. I also do individual coaching, such as we sit down and we talk about, look, what are the things that you are great? What are your strengths? What is it that you want to do? And then I am looking to be able to coach people to their greatness. And there's one little exercise that I'll do real quick with you, Tracy.
Oh, great. I'm excited.
That, they have to, when you say, well, how can coaching really help me or what have you? Well, I'm gonna show it to you. Tracy, what I'd like for you to do with your right hand. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Your right hand is not gonna have any coaching, but your left hand will have coaching. Okay. So your right hand, no coaching. Could you ball your fist up tight? Okay, you got it? All right, hold it right there. All right. So don't move that one. Now,
okay, everyone watching, do this with me.
There you go.
Right hand
now your left hand. Now I'm gonna coach you. Okay, Tracy, ball your fists up tight. Okay, tighter, Tracy. Just the left one, tight, tight. I don't see them. Tight. All right, now freeze. Tracy, which fist is tighter? Your left one, which was coached, or your right one, which was not coached?
My left one.
Absolutely.
Well, what was interesting too, and this is something that I've cued into as well, because I knew my right hand wasn't going to be coached. It immediately felt weaker to me. It didn't feel as strong. And I try and talk to my clients about this too. I say, okay, let's just talk to your biceps, for example. And you tell them, you go out to exercise or lift something and you're like, you're so weak. You're just so feeble. You just can't do it. And then you change that language, say, oh my gosh, you biceps, you're strong. I know you may not be able to lift this yet, but you're going to be able to do that. And all of a sudden I physically feel the difference in my body because of what my mind is telling me. And so I love this. Yeah. My right hand was like, it was there. But then each time you tell me to go harder, I was like, I didn't think I could squeeze my fist that hard. So,
yes. So awesome. That's the importance of coaching.
Yes.
I do that individual coaching. And then the new thing that I am stepping out on, because I'm constantly trying to grow. So I'm always looking for those uncomfortable environments in order to step it up and grow, is out. I am getting on more stages. I speak, but I want to get on more stages and bigger stages as a keynote speaker. So I'm really working hard and getting the information and everything. That's how we
met
through that. But I'm really want to get on people's stage and to be able, whether it's virtual, and then when we go back in person, I will travel. So to your listeners, anyone looking virtually for a speaker that can speak greatness into people, and either you or different other people would like to hear some positivity and some greatness and growing to greatness and mindset and passion and having that discussion and opening their eyes, I am one person for you, Coach Travis Parker, Coach P. So
I'm going to emulate. Yes, that's so true. And the other thing I want to say is, I think you and I graduated high school the same year. Was it 1985?
I know, 85, huh?
We're the same age.
Right.
We're the same age. And we're 53, 54. Yep. I can't remember what. Yeah. And we're like, heck, we're not hanging this up.
Nope.
We got, we can keep learning. We can, I think the concept of being a lifelong learner is so important, and you're pushing yourself, I'm pushing myself, and we're taking these steps and building a strong relationships with our own confidence and our ability to really want to help people and make a difference in the world. And so, and I'm so bummed, like our 30 minutes is up. How can, and I'll type it in here, but how can people reach you and follow you and stuff?
Well, my phone number to get in touch with me is 651-9441. That is a way to get in touch with me, as well as my website is coachp4u.com. That's COACH, the letter P, and the words for, FOR, and the word you, YOU.com. Yes. So coachp4u.com. And that's my website, and it has my bio and other information where you can get in touch with me and everything. And then also Facebook, by message me via Facebook. And I'm under Travis Parker. Just write Travis Parker for Facebook. So they say DMing me with that. And then I will definitely get back in touch with you. I keep it simple in getting in touch with me. And hopefully we can talk, and then hopefully we can connect, and I'll be able to help you on your growth to greatness.
Yeah. And if anyone, like I said, Travis be a great guest for you if you're doing a podcast or a Facebook Lives like this.
I'm all in. Yes.
Definitely invite him. And I think you were didn't you have like a fun bonus, but you're not willing to say what it is yet?
Right. Well,
so
I tell you,
it's like, come on. So if you're interested,
it's kind of a secret or what have you, but I do have a bonus for anyone that a free bonus for anyone that just gives me a call, and we can have a conversation on how I can help either you or your organization, or you have a group of like-minded people, whatever however we can connect. And I have something for you.
Great.
Absolutely.
Great. And again, honestly, for everybody watching, mindset's everything.
Yes,
and learning how to run this amazing machine between our ears is everything. Once I learned how to run this machine and teach it how it could serve me best, that's when my life changed. That's when I'm not pre-diabetic anymore. I don't yo-yo diet anymore. I'm fit. My life is so much better. And it was when I started to work on mindset versus chasing a scale, versus chasing the next diet, or life will be great when. That's where coaching by Travis can help you. That's where coaching can help. And so investing in you, I would take advantage of his free offer. He's not going to hard sell you. He wants to help as many people as he can. And, like I said, I'm very familiar with John Maxwell, and highly recommend Travis for talking to. So anyway, okay. Well, darn it.
I have to do this again.
Yes. And I'm going to have to watch it again, because there was that one thing I wanted for us to follow up and maybe do another show for. So I'll have to rewatch this to remember what it is.
Yes.
All righty. Thanks everyone for watching today. I think I had a comment from Jesus. Thank you very much for being there. And I know we've got people watching. Sadly, I can't see who you are. I want to say thank you for being here with us today. All right.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. Okay.
All right. Be great.
Be great. I love that. And I'll see if I can be great and know how to close this up. All right. Take care, everybody.